Hey everybody, I'm Heslin with Polymath, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Han, the CEO and founder of Nexybit.
Nexybit. I've been hearing a lot of, things going around lately about your project. It's kind of hush-hush. There seems like there's a lot of hype, so I definitely wanted to get a hold of you. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Obviously, I can't tell you everything about it. We want to roll out some of the features and issues kind of strategically, but the gist of it is basically we're Tokenize Exchange, but we're taking the decentralized route, right? But I know there's a lot of decentralized exchanges out there, but what we want to do is we want to combine a centralized approach with the decentralized approach and solve a lot of the issues that DEXs seem to be having. Things like cross-chain exchanges, trouble with speed and price, and obviously the most important thing for an exchange, which is liquidity, right? A lot of these DEXs come out and the technology might be really good, but one of the major issues that they seem to have is that they don't have enough liquidity for the people to just come and buy things at the prices they want, right? So we want to bring that liquidity not only just from the DEX side of things, but also from the centralized exchange, and have market makers as well as liquidity providers from that side of things, help things move around in the market, basically.
I see. And there's a lot of DEX projects coming out, and there's been some amazing, explosions of volume out of some of the exchanges out of China. Fcoin, for instance, Coinbean, was ZB as well. These exchanges have gotten massive volume recently. I heard that potentially you guys are going to be extremely competitive versus them. I heard some rumors that it could be the Binance killer of Korea. That it could be the Fcoin killer out of Korea. Can you give us just a little bit of information about how you guys are going to go about that, or is that have you not released that yet?
Well, obviously Korea is a really, really big market for cryptocurrency trading, and a lot of people are looking at this market. We're seeing a lot of these exchanges do something called trans fee mining, which is basically if you trade you get these tokens. So Nexybit has also been planning a very similar thing. I can't tell you too much about it, but the reason that these new exchanges that are using trans fee mining exploded is basically because of the way they architected their tokenomics. We actually have a very, very intricately designed tokenomic system as well that's actually very similar to theirs, but slightly different. There's a twist to it. But the details regarding that I'll have to save for a later date.
All right, please keep me updated on that. As far as security tokens go, what's your opinion on the marketplace in the future for security tokens?
Right. So I'm also one of those blockchain fanatics that think the whole world is going to be securitized and tokenized, basically. So we started off with commodities, right? Bitcoin and these digital assets can be considered commodities. That's one of the easier things to tokenize and securitize. But obviously, there's this huge market of companies, right? Companies that have been financially securitized for the past 400 to 500 years. I think it's only natural that this market is going to be tokenized through blockchain technology and be traded fairly on a global market. It just improves the efficiency of capital movement all around the world. There's no reason not to do it, I think. It's just a matter of time, and it's just, I guess, regulators need to get their head around the technology, and once that's set, I think it's going to blow up. So I think Polymath, obviously, is going to be a really good project to look out for. And our exchange as well, we definitely are thinking about listing these security tokens on our exchange, and we're looking for ways to integrate that kind of new market as well.
You've been a prolific figure in the market for a long time now out here in Korea, and having seen so many things progress, and the regulations go from nil to starting to be debated about what's going on. Where do you see what Korea is going to do in the next few months? What's your opinion?
Well, we're seeing a lot of regulations come out about exchanges. Obviously, the first place a regulator needs to go to manage this market is where they all come together, right? Which is an exchange. It's easy to talk to the CEO or the company to find them. So obviously, creating standards and improving the transparency of these exchanges is an obvious step that is bound to happen. And over the next couple of months, I think it's going to become the rules are going to become more strict, and yeah, it's just going to become a much more transparent market, I feel, as a recognized.
I think everyone might be wondering, is there potential that Nexybit could be a securities exchange?
Oh yeah, I've had a lot of people come to me. A lot of our investors are also very interested in developing a securities exchange for I guess another service line. I'm actually also really interested in that aspect of things. That's where a lot of value is, obviously, right? The traditional stock markets. So yeah, so down the line, I think we're also considering that route.
Yeah, I can't imagine how big a securities exchange would be out here, based in Korea. It would be one of the first major security exchanges out of Asia, so that would be tremendous. If there are any updates on that, please let me know. How can people find more about Nexybit and the project?
Well, obviously, you come to our exchange. Our exchange is live, and it trades both spot pairs as well as futures. And then if you go to the About page, you can look at the tokenomic design, and you can follow us on Twitter and SNSs, I guess. So, yeah.
Great. I'm really looking forward to it. I think there's some big things to come, so it's going to be really interesting to see how you guys progress.
All right.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much.